The Go Idaho Podcast is hosted by Greg Langhaim and Ken Lee. In this podcast, we feature everything Idaho, including some of the most influential people in this great state. Now here's your host, Greg Langhaim.
Welcome back to the Go Idaho Podcast. My name is Greg Langhaim. We got Ken Lee in the house. But more importantly, we have a world champ in the house.
World champ. Not just like, you know, like there's like Miss, because I'm like Mr. Star Idaho. Well, not really. She's world. I'm just kidding. I'm completely kidding. This is world.
Right.
Yep. World.
Heidi Cannon.
Boom, boom.
Welcome. Welcome to the Go Idaho. So you are the WBFF World Bikini Champion.
Yeah. So it's World Bodybuilding Fitness Federation. So we're judged on the whole package.
Okay.
From your looks, your stage presence, your physique, everything. The whole. We're kind of like a Victoria's Secret / Miss USA pageant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
but fitness too, though. Because
but that's like that kind of the vibe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get like the whole sash thing and everything?
Yeah. Big crown, big sash.
Serious?
What?
No way.
Yeah.
So talk to us about this process. I guess how in the world did this start for you?
Well, it started from like way back in the day. So I've been competing now for 10 years, which is crazy to think about. Yeah. So I told you this little quick story is that when I was going to school, there was a coffee shop beside me, and the guy was a bodybuilder, and he was huge, and he owned the coffee shop, and I'd go get drinks from him. He'd be like, "You should do a show," and I was like, "It's a piece of cake. What, am I gonna eat some vegetables and walk on stage?" Simple. So I did it, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. And I love a good grind. I love a good competition. So it's just I became obsessed and addicted.
That's what it sounds like. Everyone who does those things, it's an obsession.
Yeah, they either love it or hate it. That's what I find. Yeah, it's either like my best friend and I did it at the same time, and my cousin. Me and my cousin kept going, and my best friend did one show, and that was it. She was like, never again.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's funny how you either like love it or hate it.
Why do people hate it?
I think it's the being on stage portion they wouldn't like, or the whole process, like the dieting, or it's a lot. It's every day, all day, 24/7 for and if you do it properly, you want to cut for like 4 months.
Okay. Fun story. My brother actually was going to do this and actually did and entered a competition 2 years ago at the age of 46 years old.
That's awesome.
And I know it wasn't world level. This was just like a little Oregon, Oregon area, the Eugene area. However, oh my gosh, the preparation and everything. He hired a coach, some guy that used to do it.
You have to, right?
Yeah,
and it's crazy stuff. Like literally, like you're talking about 24/7.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. Like he would log like when he would go to the restroom.
Yeah.
He would log.
That's next level.
So, like all of this. Well, just because for him it was like. At his age, he just wanted to make sure he's being healthy and things like that.
He's doing it right. Yes.
Yeah. So for him, it's a little bit different, but still, I mean, and that was just on that level.
Yeah.
Like you're the world level.
Yeah.
That's hard to think about, dude. That's hard to think about.
I know
the entire world.
So what do you ask a world champ, a bikini world champ? I think we have to start with, let's get some fad diets. Like,
your food?
Yeah. Like that. What? Yeah. Cause I mean, obviously you're crazy fit. So, look at my amazing physique here.
I love it.
And so we're just going to go through some of these dad bod, hashtag dad bod, these crazy diets, right? That you hear all the time.
Yes.
Like, is she just going to go good, bad? Or are we going to
whatever. Yeah. We'll just do it real quick because we want to get into.
Or first thought. Okay.
First thought.
I'm going to start with the South Beach diet.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. So probably not that great. I think it's a lot of just, it's a drink.
Okay.
A lot of water, a lot of fluids.
So many yep, another one.
South Beach. What do you got?
Beach.
Whole 30.
Whole 30?
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't even know.
Okay, next.
Whoa, keto diet, my favorite.
Keto, I think it's really good for some people, and then other people not so much. It just depends on the body type, and
I guess we should say whatever your doctor is prescribing you, just stick with what your doctor recommends, right?
Okay, well that'll be my next one because my doctor basically did prescribe me to do something. And I'll tell you which one that is next.
Right.
Let's see, Weight Watchers.
Great.
Really?
Yes. Weight Watchers is awesome because it's a point system that it goes on. the whole basis of it is how I work, which is macro-based diet. That's how I go. It's very similar in a lot of ways because it just makes you aware of what you're eating and what you're intaking. So I think it's very, very good. I love it. And I have a lot of, like, my mom, like, a lot of people I know have done very well with it. So I'd say pro Weight Watchers on that part.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about the Mediterranean diet?
Oh, I love that as well.
That's what my doctor told me.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to get on the Mediterranean
Yeah,
diet.
because it's lower carb, good fats, and whole proteins. So yeah, that's pretty much how I eat.
Yeah.
Except for this last couple weeks.
Well, we didn't help today either.
No.
So
Donuts.
Yeah, I brought in a box of donuts
Snap.
to the fitness champ. I mean, of course, why wouldn't I?
Well, yeah. So I guess, food is crucial, right? I mean,
100%.
So people listening to this, they're probably on one of the spectrums, like, hey, I'm trying to get healthy, or gosh, I don't even know where to begin. So for you to enter a world competition, what was your diet like?
So again, like, back to, like, the macros, so that's how I track it. I have a coach too. Okay. So even though, like, I've been around for a long time and I know a lot of stuff, it's still a lot easier when you have somebody else that's helping you, especially because the closer you get to a show, you become more brain dead, which is true. Because if you're not eating enough carbs, your body slows down, right? So you become kind of dumb. So
well, it's working off of fats now, right?
Yes, fats and proteins and stuff. So it's just So I always typically eat my body weight in protein. So I weigh actually 150 pounds. I'm 5'6". So I'll eat that usually, like, on my off season. I'll always eat that amount of protein a day.
So what did your day look like?
50 grams,
of protein a day.
Yeah. For someone, I know, and a lot of women eat, like, maybe 70. Like,
I was gonna say that's a lot for.
So a guy too, if you just to maintain what you're eating, but it'll keep you fuller longer too. So if you're 200 pounds, you should be eating that. Like, that's kind of the go.
We'll break that down. How many pieces of chicken breast is that?
So if I'm doing me, it would be like 6. Yeah.
Throughout the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot. 6 chicken breast.
Like 5 or 6, depending on what size.
Meal.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because some are more dense, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You're weighing your food.
Your food. Yeah. Usually, like, meal prep at the beginning of the week. That's how I work. So or you get a meal prep company if you're bougie.
Or you just get one sponsored.
That's it too. Yeah.
You just become the world champion.
Oh my gosh. So I went to the Mecca gym here, which I love. And there's a girl in there. She's a chef. She's called Ava. Oh, what's it called? Ava Flava. And she was on, she's amazing. And she does meal prep. And she's got her own thing in there. But she was on one of those food shows. Oh, I forget what it was. She's from Boise.
Network?
Yeah, she's on,
Food Network?
Probably Food Network.
Yeah,
something
but
like
it was
that.
one of those, like, whatever, whatever shows.
What a great name, Ava Flava.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it
Awesome.
Ava the Flava or just Ava Flava?
Flava. Yeah.
Ava Flava. She needs a shirt, dude.
I know. It's cute.
Ava Flava.
So how long does the process take to get show ready? And is there different levels of prep?
Yeah, there's a lot. Like, generally when you're at, like, I don't know. I'm full of myself. My level.
Dude, you're the world champ. Like,
you are the world
champ. It's all year. You want to be tracking. It's not like I just, like, don't work out and I don't do anything for the rest of the time. It's every day, right? So, but like I said, the last 4 months is basically when you start to really, like, lean out and increase your, let's say, like, depending on where you are, your cardio intake, or, that, or depending on your body, I had a girlfriend, she didn't do any cardio. She just lifts and lifts heavy. So it depends on your body type. There's 3 body types that we have usually. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank of how you say them. Can I say them? Yeah, you know it. No.
Dad bod.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Dad bod. Metamorphosis. There's But depending on how you,
because you just think you'd have to bust out the treadie or the
a lot of people think
climber.
that, but it's not. No, it's really not. And that's why it's so important, if you ever want to go into a show or do whatever, that you hire somebody that knows what they're doing, not just like a random dude at the gym. Like, you really, I think if you're gonna do it properly first, so you can get the idea and the hang of it, and then you go, okay, this is for me or it's not for me, or you know.
How do you find the right coach for something like this? And
someone like me.
Well, I know, but like, you know what I mean? Because there's so many trainers.
For sure.
How do you know who's going to be the right?
Like good or not?
Yeah.
I would do like the Mecca Gym, for example, right? They've got a ton of the people that like work there that are amazing. They're in shape. They have a lot of in-house trainers into. If they've done shows themselves, if you're wanting to do a show, I would never go with a trainer that never done a show before, because how does he know that feeling of, or she going through the process? So for sure, get somebody that's done it, right? And go from there. But yeah,
that's cool.
I'm sure like somebody that's doing it. Like I don't think it's probably very rare that one person just goes, you know what, I'm just gonna get into this, and they don't know anybody who's into it already a little bit. Yes. You know what I mean? Yes. It would probably be somebody like Heidi, and you're like, hey Heidi, I'm thinking about doing this. Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, and then at least they probably can guide you in the right direction.
For sure.
Hopefully. For
sure, right?
And pick somebody who's actually good at what they're doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Don't pick the dad bod guy and tell you how to coach.
You're gonna eat Cheetos and drink water.
Yeah. I mean, that's it works.
Yeah.
What's your water intake like?
Oh, so at least 3 gallons should be a day.
3 gallons of water.
Yeah, and you preload right before the show. You preload, it's called. Mm-hmm. So you drink so much water. You can drink anywhere from like 3 to 6 gallons. And then you slowly cut it down the last week, and then show day you have no water. So you take water tights, which flush everything out. You want to keep the water in your body because your muscles are made up of so much water, right? Okay. So if you don't have enough water, you're going to start looking flat and lean and silly. So you want to keep that. It's that balance.
But show day, you want it to be as lean as possible.
Yes. So that's why if you drank enough water, it'll still be in your muscles, but not in the rest of you, making you look bloated. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little science to it.
Well, I was gonna say there's got to be some trickery, right? To it.
There, like, in that regard, yeah.
And that's where the coach would just dominate.
100%. Like even me, like at the last bit, I'm like, oh JJ, what do I? He's like, okay, you're gonna have this and this and this. Okay,
Nice.
Yeah.
What does a coach run like to get to your level?
It's so that's
how do people
do it? Yeah. Like it's it's different down here. It's a very loaded question because with coaches it depends on like a trainer usually, like let's say you were training, I don't know, twice a week with the trainer, right? And they were giving you like a macro plan. That's what most people can. Down here, you can't give somebody like, here's your diet, this is what you're eating. Legally, you're not allowed to. So you have to do like macros. That's why people go on macros. So I'd say easy $250 a month. It's kind of standard, $250 to $500 in that sort of range.
Okay.
Depending
just
on the
for your
trainer,
dietitian?
your diet and your training. So the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I mean,
but that really would be like a lot of online. Right. So
okay.
Yeah. So but that to me, like you can still like it's more in person, right? If you have somebody one-on-one, it's like your time, right?
Yeah.
But like more trainers now are going to online because it's easier. It's easier for the person. Like you give them a plan and if they're gonna work out. Well, you're going to work out whether you're standing there or not. You're paying me, or you'd hope so, right?
Right. Well, and you can reach more people that way too.
Absolutely. I've got girls I train in like California. I've got one in Australia. Like it's cool to get them out. And posing, like I do. That's my main gig is my posing girls. Like I teach them how to pose because that's a whole other realm of the.
I can only imagine.
That's 50%
because you're in heels. You're like high heels, walking on stage. You don't want to mess up.
No, and you like the whole like it's like a show. So it's like a Victoria's Secret show where you have to know how to walk and you have to know how to pose in certain directions.
So somebody who's big and clunky probably.
It would be
like walking out there.
Coming on stage. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta ask this question: have you ever taken a fall on stage?
I haven't, but I'm gonna tell you a really embarrassing story.
Okay.
I don't know if this we can PJ rated. Okay. Anyway, so
we have visual behind
our sparkly bra tops and everything else. So I did a little spin. I spun. Well, one of my. I call it a chicken cutlet, because the insert of the bra, it fell out on stage. So it was like the whole piece came out. So then my one boob looked a lot smaller than the other.
That's funny.
So that for me was really, really embarrassing.
I can imagine.
I haven't slipped on stage, knock on wood, but I have seen other girls
and you've seen them like take a fall.
Yeah, for sure.
The judges, like, they're pretty hardcore on that?
Not at, like, I mean, if it's something, no, it won't dock you like too much.
Yeah.
Especially if you look amazing and you're, you bring the package, but you just happen to fall and
yeah. So it's not
totally
like
kick you off.
So it's not like okay, her chicken cutlet fell out. That's -5 points.
Yeah.
Or she slipped and fell. That's -5.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Or your armpits are white. That's another thing I always have. My armpits are always white. I know you're like, what are you talking about?
Is it because the tan?
On tan, yes.
Yeah.
You get like loads of coat of tan.
Why so much?
Because it gives you that definition on
It's
stage.
about the glow, and so you can see every ripple.
Exactly. Yeah. So
you never did this, dude, as a kid? Like just like sprayed yourself? Like remember? Okay. WWF.
Oh yeah, the oil
and the Ultimate Warrior. He would tie the strings here.
Yeah.
And his veins were popping out.
Right.
But we would do this in our house as kids. We would like tie shoestrings here, and then we'd go in there, like going like this, wait till the veins pop, and then we start flexing.
Yes.
And then we'd spray water on ourselves, and you could see all the muscles, dude.
Exactly. He knows.
Yeah, man.
That's right. Give it that sheen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so you need that.
But it's pretty hard. I mean, some like they just look bad with that much on.
Yeah,
you know,
so,
like
some overdo it.
Our federation like is really adamant. Like they have their own tan, like which is beautiful. You just go, you get your makeup done, your hair, and your tanning. It's all there.
Okay.
It's not like everyone looks alike. You know.
I see.
You don't have like one orange
Right. The orange ones are
orange
cracking
girl.
me
Yeah.
I know.
I love seeing those people at the beach. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, that is
nuts.
It's weird. It doesn't look right.
Okay, so you were just like doing your thing. Trainer was like, or the guy who owned the coffee shop was like, hey, you got to do this. So you started.
Yeah.
And then when did it really kick in? Like, I know you were like got addicted to it. It sounds like, but then when did you like start being like, you know what, I should go for this.
I should try it.
I should just like keep going like for the world championship.
Yeah,
like
pretty much right away. It's ridiculous.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was like as soon as I was on stage, I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm gonna keep doing this. And so I went back the next year. It took me a year, and then I won my pro card. It's hard to win a pro card, so you start off as an amateur.
Yep.
You do amateur shows, and then once you win your pro card, your pro status, it's called, you can only do pro shows. So, and then you're judged on all, and that's where it starts to really open up, because then you're going to get girls from Australia. Australia is huge, by the way.
Is it really?
For bodybuilding and all
fitness,
that stuff? Fitness
it is
and physique.
Massive. I'd say Australia is almost bigger than the States for people into fitness. Yeah, and like competitors. Yeah. Before COVID, I'd say half our show was Australians.
No way.
Yeah. They are nuts about it down there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, think they got sun all day long.
I know.
That's true. Great weather.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your pro card. That opened up to
pro status, and then you go against and you try and get, they're called crowns, so you try and get titles. So I won in 2019. I won the US title.
Wow.
Yeah, and as a Canadian, that's what I didn't say here.
But you're in Idaho. You're now in Idaho.
No, it was a big thing. So yeah, and then you go, and then with that you can go to world shows. So once a year they have the world show that comes to usually Las Vegas. It's been in Vegas for a while. Vegas? Yeah, it was in the Bahamas at one point. That was really fun.
Yeah.
And then you try against all. So you're getting the girls that are like the top of the top that have won their titles in some like the US or UK. Australia has a pro show, so or a pro am. So if you win one of those shows, then you're more inclined to go against for the world title.
So when you're traveling around the world doing these shows, are sponsors helping you get there? Are you like funding this yourself? Like
both. It can be both. It depends on the person, depends on the girl or the guy, right? Like some people have a very big following, or they've got, sponsors. Others do it on their own. It's kind of like motocross, like as dirt biking, like you have your privateers that are paying for it for themselves, or you have the ones that have the big rides. So
you got to be dedicated, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Like if you don't have a sponsor or something, you're like, all right, well, I'm flying out to Australia and I'm entering this competition.
For sure.
But I guess that motivates those individuals too, though, because they're like,
I think so. I mean, it would motivate even if you had sponsor, because then it'd be like even more pressure. Like
that's true.
Yeah. If you don't do this, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna do good, or it's fun.
So, did you supplement a lot with your, training, like with
supplements, like protein,
like
Major League Baseball PEDs and stuff.
Totally. Yeah.
To get to that 150 grams of protein, was it just a clean whey protein shake that you're downing?
Yeah.
Or was there
I'm sponsored by it's called Magnum Nutraceuticals, which is a big supplement company, and I would use their protein powder.
I see.
And I use their protein powder to make my own product line. Actually.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's really good. And then I have I take stuff like what's called primer, like a multivitamin. I take glutamine, creatine I was taking, and I still take this stuff. I am a big fan of pre-workouts. I love pre-workouts. They
just get you going.
Yeah, get you sweating, and you're like.
On that note, what are your sponsors right now?
So my big one would be Magnum Nutraceuticals, and then what else am I really sponsored with? That, for fitness style, that I'm more like clothing stuff. I have sponsored
people just
by.
Send you stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Cluck's Nashville Chicken.
Cluck's for sure.
For sure. Yeah, man, that's the best place ever.
Yeah. Well, you got to get protein.
Yeah, it's from there. Yeah.
It's fresh, homegrown from Idaho.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So supplement was kind of like a big help, right? Or no?
No, I would say it wasn't it just, another way to get some protein in your diet and stuff. I wouldn't say it's like it's your work ethic. That's it. You know? It's waking up and it's like anything, setting a goal for yourself. If you don't have a destination of where to go to, like, you're just going to be like, I don't know where I'm going. So it's having that goal, like, okay, every day at this time, we're going to do your workouts and meal prep.
Right. Yeah. And because some people think that you have to just be in the gym all day, man.
Yeah, it's not the case. No.
So how long was like a good workout for you? If you,
even
did
now,
you split it? Like,
I would split them.
Lift, cardio, lift.
Yeah. I would, at the end there, I was doing, at the end was bad. I was doing 2 hours of cardio a day.
Oh, come on.
Just cardio. Dude. And then weights on top of it.
Oh.
But again, like, it's like where your body was.
Yeah.
So, full disclosure, 2021, when the world started to open up, the shows were off in 2020. 2021, Las Vegas show came back on, which was like everyone was like scrambling. I was like 2019, I won my crown. I got 6th in the world. I was stoked.
Yeah.
All good. It was like, okay, I'm going to be flown out here to get this, doing this gig. Like, things were coming in, and then boom, world shut down. Yeah. And then everything I did, from workouts to my product lines that I make, everything stopped because COVID.
Yeah.
So I, like many, embarrassing, but true, I love my wine. So I literally drank, I would do a workout and I'd be like, well, it's 1:00, I'll drink wine. I was drinking a 2-gallon box of wine a week. Like, it was so bad.
Dude.
And coming from me for not like doing this, right? I'm just like, I was depressed. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to deal with things. So I really took a toll on my body for that. And that was about 4 months that I did that. I put on 15 pounds, which is a lot for me. So as soon as things started to open up, then I scrambled to try and get my body into shape.
I see.
So I placed top 10 in both my categories for 2021, and I was so mad at myself because there's on my Instagram, there's a before and after of me from this year, 2022 to 2021. It's a huge difference, because I was, for so many months, just not doing myself any good, right?
Yeah.
Drinking away my COVID sorrows and eating too much.
How important is a following on Instagram for your world?
Do you know what? It's funny that you say that. It is and it isn't. I knew a girl before that she has maybe 3,000. Oh. It's not like, they don't look at, obviously it's good if you do, but they don't just go on that. They go on, which is good, because it's not like, okay, well, she's got, a million, she'll be good. And you know what? I was like, people now, as in the following, like, if it's a true following and it's good, then it will be good for you. But if it's like you bought, a lot of these people buy, and you can easily buy them, right? And it's like, well, what's the point? But just to look like you have this or whatever. And it's
called instant fame.
I know.
Instant
and
fame.
It's so stupid.
But it's for long term, if you're trying to run any type of business or a brand, whether it's a personal brand, because you're a brand, or what we're doing at Go Idaho, like it's got to be the subscriber, the follower, the person has to be engaged with you. If not,
Absolutely.
it's actually, it's just a waste.
Totally.
You know? And if sponsors see that, they're gonna be like, dude, why would I even
want that?
Why would I want that?
No.
That's not organic growth.
No.
That's just nonsense. So,
so you've been married for 20, almost 20 years?
Yeah, 19.
19 years.
So we've been together for 19. We've been married for 13, I'm going to say. I'm like, how long? 13. Yeah.
Okay, so your husband, I mean, the combo has had to come up between your husband. Be like, dude, babe, you're the world champ. Like, does he feel a little less inferior because here you are and guys are just probably, DMing you all the time? And
I get some random DMs.
I bet, yeah. So, like, how's the conversation at home?
He's pretty good. Like, my husband, he was a model. Like, he's a stunner. But so he's very confident in himself. So I think, and
that's good.
What I love about him is he's always like, he's never like, you can't do that, or don't do that, or why are you post that? Like, he's very supportive. But like, he's also, like I told you, like, he's a guy's guy. He likes his motorcycle and he likes his beer, and he, so there is always, I'll cook for him, but he, I'll have a burger instead. It's a little bit of,
So he's supportive. He doesn't get jealous, or he doesn't.
No,
he's like,
good.
dude, you do you, because you dominate. You have the confidence, and I'm gonna do me. Like, obviously.
I think you would have to, though.
Yeah.
Like, especially since you've been in it for so long.
Yeah.
And it's probably important that you started it before you got married too. Like,
100%.
he knew who you were, what your desires were.
Yeah, he's known forever.
You know what I mean?
Like,
so that's
I did, like I said, I was big into stunts, and I always want to be in front of the camera. I love being out there. So he knows what he married.
How did you guys meet?
At a motocross event.
No way.
So I was racing.
Was Jeremy McGrath there?
Oh, I wish he was. No. I was racing, and I saw he's 6'7", my husband, and he came in a back cast. So he had broken his back while I'm sledding behind a car. And he came in, and I was like, who is that guy? And they're like, that's Travis Cannon. And I was like, oh, Travis Cannon. Oh, he's hot.
He even has a cool name. Let's be real. That's such a cool name. I'm Travis Cannon.
Yeah. Like,
what's up, man?
The frosted tips, goatee. And he's just like, just too cool for school. I was like, whoa, that guy has attitude. I like it. So, that's it.
That's funny.
That's amazing. Motocross event is where you guys met. How'd you guys connect, though?
For like motocross, it is, because like I raced back in the day. I'm a true tomboy before this.
Yeah.
So I was racing, and he saw me ride, and he's like, oh, when I'm better, like, let's ride and stuff. And
that's how you do it in the motocross world. Like, like you'll see a hot chick, or you're like, hey, it's not, hey, do you want to go get a bite? Do you want to go grab a beer? It's, hey, you want to go ride sometime?
Yeah, exactly. Let's go for a little boot. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. Okay, can we jump in? We're gonna switch gears for real quick here.
Like it.
Yeah. We're gonna switch it, and we're gonna do rapid fire.
Oh, I love rapid fire.
The rapid fire, this or that.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got to this last time we interviewed you, but these are gonna be different questions now.
Oh, I love it.
So, okay, all right. At the pool, do you test the water, or do you just dive in the deep end?
Ooh, test it. You're like,
wrong okay.
Answer.
Glass half full or glass half empty?
What's the? Wait, hold on. Glass. I gotta leave it. Glass.
Glass half full is positive thinking.
Positive, always positive.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I know this. Why am I drawing like?
Phone in the bathroom or no phone in the bathroom?
Phone in the bathroom for sure. On the toilet.
There we go. Online shopping. Do you sort by price or do you sort by reviews?
Price. I never do the reviews. That's crazy.
Really?
No.
You don't look at the reviews at
No,
all?
I just look at what it looks like on the chick, and I go, oh, she looks hot. Okay.
What if you're on, like, okay, well, you're doing clothes, though, so that makes sense. But, like, say you're on Amazon.
Yeah.
Do you don't look at reviews on Amazon?
No, I don't. Isn't that weird?
What if it has, like, 1.5 out of 5 stars?
I don't always believe it, because you can buy so many things, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Guacamole or salsa?
Oh, a salsa.
Okay.
Okay, is that the right answer?
Yeah, salsa. Yeah. No, it's fine. I used to be a guacamole guy, but now I'm a salsa guy. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but because I love avocados.
Yeah,
actually, one of my favorite foods on earth. But I just...
It's the California in you, eh?
Yeah, right?
There it is, man.
that was the Canada in you, eh? When I told my wife about it, I said, yeah, she's from Canada. Oh, does she say, like, I'm from Canada, eh? I'm like, you are so stereotyping. You're so stereotyping.
I know I do. I don't even mean to.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, this is kind of a weird one, but I kind of like it. I think we need one of these, dude.
Okay, let's do it.
Passwords or a secret handshake?
Oh, I'd love a secret handshake. Are you kidding me?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
We need
to Go
should.
Idaho.
We need a secret.
Yeah.
GH.
Dude, handshake. Yeah. You do like the, with the clap thing or the.
Yes, like that, and then you end it with like a, I don't know.
Elbow drop.
Down by the
people's elbow.
Was it down by the?
Slap
kind of, everyone. Yeah, you go around the circle.
Yeah, that was, man. Dude, you're taking it back to childhood now.
Dude, 80s, right?
Yeah, 80s. Okay.
Love those 80s.
All right. City or countryside?
Ooh, countryside.
Countryside.
Rather dirt bike,
Nah, that's true. This one might be, I don't know.
Okay.
Wine or beer?
Ooh, tough. Ooh, I like them both. It's terrible. Can I say both?
Sure. Why not?
Maybe wine a little bit more, probably.
Okay.
I love my wine.
Okay. Let's see.
Pinot Grigio. I gotta do a wine tour out here. I heard they're so amazing.
Yeah, you gotta go out to Caldwell. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. Do the wine tour out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that too. Board games or video games?
Board games, old school.
Old school. I like that. French fries or onion rings?
Ooh, French fries for sure. Can't go wrong with a crispy fry.
Good,
Nobody said no to that.
I think I know the answer to this one, but we'll see. Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram for sure.
Yeah, Twitter I think it's dying away.
I think so too. Elon Musk is gonna take it away.
Yeah, I like Twitter. I like Twitter for finding things that are happening like right now. Like if I'm like, dude, what's going on? I heard something's going on, but you just type in that thing, it'll pop up there.
Well, what about TikTok
it's not
or
accurate.
Instagram?
I actually got rid of my TikTok. I was on TikTok, and then I actually maybe sounds like crazy, maybe saying this, but what's his name? He does podcasts. He's amazing. Oh,
yeah, Joe Rogan.
There we go. He was like, no, you got to look at the things about TikTok. Yeah. And I literally did, and I was like, he's right, and I deleted it.
Like what they can find out and use.
They have everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
it's scary. And I was like, and the fact that it just keeps you on there, I'm like, no. As much as I'd like to keep blowing up on there, I was like, I got off.
Yeah. It is kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah. Last one. Brand names or generic for the good deal?
Brand names.
Okay.
I like my brand names.
All right, cool. That's all I got for the
that's cool.
That's all I got.
Okay, so you win, and so now I expect people or companies who reach out to you, they expect to see you in a bikini all the time. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what's been some just outrageous things that people have asked you to do for their company or to promo or anything like that where it's just like, that's crossing the line?
Yeah, no, they're actually pretty good. Nothing too crazy, no. But yeah, definitely you want to stay in shape. Yeah. It's not like I can go back to 2020 and be like, nor that I want to. But
right.
Yeah, I usually stay from show shape to this shape. I don't go anywhere up. I go up about maybe 10 pounds.
Is it stressful to because it's always on your mind, right?
Yeah, it is. For sure. And I always say to people too, if you are ever a lot of women struggle with body dysmorphia or anorexic, or people that have had, I always say, get a coach first and just get into a good lifestyle before you even think about even maybe not doing a show, because sometimes it can bring up, the not good side of food, or body dysmorphia is big because you see yourself, you're like, damn, I got my abs, it looks so good. And then, you go back into lifestyle and you just go back into eating normally, more carbs. And then you see yourself and you're like, I'm so fat. And then you're not, but... Right. So it can be a real mind.
I think that's huge. I think people can just, like you said, they just fall off the wagon, and then they're just like a mess.
And again, with our social media, I mean, social media is such a double-edged sword. We know we all use it. It's great for business. Right. But at the other side, I mean, I can post a photo of me turned to the side like a posing, and I look ripped and skinny, and then somebody else might see that and be like, oh, Heidi, you know, whatever, like, how could I ever look like that? And it's like, no, it's not the case. It's just the lighting, and there's lots of things to make people look a certain way, which is sad, you know. It's, you know, and again, like, I worry for girls, like, growing up, that they see this and they're like, ooh, you know, if you have a bit of cellulite or whatever, you're done, you know, and that's sad, like.
Well, I think it's so sad for girls, and I guess I'm thinking of this because my daughter she's 12, almost 13,
very impressionable age.
And I'm seeing what they're looking at, or I hear about the comments that are made at just amongst kids in general, and social media is such a huge influence for those young girls.
I know,
and kids are just mean to begin with already.
So mean.
Yeah, and then kids are mean to begin. I was kind of a mean dad, so, like, you know, so
you're like, getting my burden.
Getting burden. But you know, not only just, I mean, kids are mean already in general, but then now that the kids have social media, it makes it worse because they can hide behind their computers or their phones and say things that are even more mean.
Absolutely.
Because they don't have to say it face to face. Yeah. So that's the one reason I hate social media. Me too. Is that it drives me crazy.
Have you watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix?
I don't want to watch it because then it's going to make me want to shut everything down.
Yeah. Well, for the kids, I think it's very smart to, you know, give your kids like time limits and stuff.
Even our boys, we limit, and we don't even allow them certain things to even like, you know, I want TikTok. Nope. No. Not a chance.
Yeah, I know. It's,
you know, I want this. Not a chance. You don't need it.
No.
Here's your account.
And again, we live in such a beautiful place. It's like you have so many options. Just like go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, remember us going outside as kids?
Yes.
Playing
that
on
was
the
life.
You know?
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, who posted a photo? And, you know, how many likes did I get? There's a lot of kids, they look at that and they don't get a certain amount of likes. They pull the photo down. And that's
where they're getting their worth from.
Yeah, and it's sad. And even I find that sometimes. I'm like, that's weird. Why didn't this photo get, you know, this many likes? Or this video didn't get any? And I find myself doing that. And I'm like,
and it's just the algorithm. All it is the algorithm.
I know, but it's just so weird.
I know.
When you're like, and then you,
Yeah. So what would you say to like a young girl who's at that impressionable age, who sees you and says, well, gosh, Heidi, there's no way I could ever look like you. You look stunning. You look amazing. And they might not even want to go down that path, but like they just look at you and they go, gosh, and they're just like, man, I'm fat. You know what I mean?
I know. I hate that. Like that would kill me. If anyone said that to me, or like a girl said that to me, I'd be like, listen, like, beauty always comes from the inside out. I don't care. I've known the most beautiful girls in the world, and they are downright mean, and they takes them down a notch. That I think their prettiness just goes down.
No doubt.
So it's what comes from the inside, and just to treat yourself kindly, right? Like, especially as women, like we're so, women have to be kind of like, not to be like pro women here, but like you think about the ladies in the Middle East right now, like everything's going on with that, like that's like insane. Like you know, just because you're a woman, you can't do, you know, this and that or whatever. So it's just treating each other and other women kindly, and being like, I'm with women all the time, and we have full competition, but still, like, I like to support them. I'm a big one of supporting like other women entrepreneurs and stuff like that, because, you know, we're all in this together. There's room for everybody. I don't care what you do, who you are, what you own. Like, there's room for everyone. So just be kind, right?
Yeah.
Go back to kindness. And
it's the truth, though. But like, there's a song that I've been listening to recently, and I don't even know who sings it, but it's literally, the song says, when did kindness get so revolutionary? So it's like the thought of like, it's almost like we have to start a revolution for people to be kind again. Like, when did that go away? When did being kind just stop? Like, weird. Come on, people. Like, you know,
nice to one another.
Right. And just so you know, if you are a young girl and you are thinking that, I can tell you from a boy's perspective, and now as a grown-up man, men are looking, yes, of course, everybody notices, oh, that person they do this or that, whatever. But honestly, when you say beauty comes from the inside, it really does.
Yeah.
No, we want to be with our best friend.
Yeah.
That's what we want to be.
So
with.
true. Yeah, it's so true. True.
Beauty fades. Like it does. Like
and it always will.
My grandma, I've seen pictures of my grandma when she was young. Oh my gosh, she was a stunner. Like beautiful woman. But I never saw her like that because she was just grandma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she was grandma,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that's the stuff that matters. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
sorry to make it serious.
No, I love it.
A lot of women are afraid to lift because the age-old,
my God.
you know,
I
don't want to get bulky. I don't want to bulk up.
No, I can deadlift like 260, and I'm clearly not bulky, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
So it's literally like it's not the case. You can lift heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get ginormous, like unless you're taking things that and you know there is that in the bodybuilding.
I was gonna add, that was gonna be one of my questions. Are there people who cut corners or take?
It's not even if they want, like, you know, it's an open federation, right? Bodybuilding is an open sport, and yes, people have taken stuff for sure. But it depends on like what, like, so again, it's different divisions. Like a bikini is lean, tiny, right?
Okay.
Booty. You wouldn't if you're doing like tons of steroids and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want to get big,
right?
So depends on which like category you're gonna go.
So break down the different categories. You just focused on bikini. Why bikini for you?
For me, because I'm a natural athlete, so I supplement, but I don't take anything else. So, and I don't personally myself, I don't personally like the look of, you know, bigger shoulder caps on for my body type.
Sure.
Or big, huge legs kind of thing. So that's why I went for bikini. I like that look. Then there's fitness, which is a step up. So you're getting more definition in the legs, more definition in the arms, more cuts, right? And then there's figure, which is even more. So you're big shoulders, big, And then we don't have it in our federation, and other federations have it, is like women's bodybuilding, which is your full meal deal. Like, you know, you're jacked.
Because I think a lot of women, they see what CrossFit girls look like, you know, and that's different than a bikini.
Oh, for sure. CrossFit's more. CrossFit's a whole other thing on its own, right?
Yeah.
But they're like definitely more. I want to say cut, right?
Well, it seems like they're bigger.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
not like
the training that they're doing is more.
See, that's where I'm like, I think women sometimes fear that. Like, you know, if I just do a bunch of muscle ups or, you know, whatever, I'm going to have this huge
back. But a lot of people's bodies aren't like, there's certain girls that are built that way. If I went into CrossFit, my body type as it is, I would definitely get like that. I'm sure I would. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a big back, so I'm metamorphic as my body type, so I can gain muscle really fast. My legs would become huge. So yeah.
How did you find out that you were that type of person?
Just by the way that you like
over the time of training, or
and there's certain body types. Like there's 3 main body types of what people go off of. I'm so drawing a blank.
No, that's
I was trying to say earlier what different ones.
When you said more metamorphic earlier, I thought you were going.
No,
I thought you were going Power Rangers.
That's like really true.
That's Mighty Morphin.
Endomorphic. There's like endomorphic, metamorphic, and I forget the other one. But yeah, it's like a certain like the more like they're more slender. So like you see people and they're like slender, like skeleton type, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the metamorphic, which are kind of the balance. So you got more, you know, muscle mass, and then you've got the other type that's very hard to lose weight. They're bigger all around. They're bigger boned. So there's usually those 3 body types.
Big bones.
Big bones. So then you train to like what you are, right? Or you try to. That's what I've like learned.
Can you change your body type a little bit, or is it pretty much set? Like the DNA is the DNA.
It's set. Like I like if I wanted to look like a Paris Hilton, you know, like remember her with it, I would never. I couldn't do that if I wanted to. You know, it's just not my physique. And that's another thing I tell with my girls and guys too. I always say, no, I don't want to say guys, but like you can't look like, you know, I want to look like Paris Hilton. Well, girl, you're never going to look like Paris Hilton because you're not built that way. You know, you've got wide shoulders. Like for me, I got really wide shoulders on my back, you know.
Yeah, go for the Mia Hamm look.
Yeah, exactly.
More athletic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like seriously though, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So it depends, like exactly, right? So it depends on like your, what your genetic makeup is, you know?
And I guess that's where your coach would come in and be like, hey, you really shouldn't be going for like the bikini look.
Totally.
You should be like, if you want to compete, you should be this direction.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, and more you train for it, then the more you'll see like what you're kind of, what will fit into.
I see.
Food eating contest.
Yeah. Actually, I want to get a food eater. That sounds so ridiculous. Into Clucks to eat. Like, I want to do a contest. I think that'd be so fun.
Do a what now?
Like a contest.
Like a food eating contest.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, like
an event. Like the Dirty Bird. Remember I was saying?
Yeah,
like
the 3-pound Dirty Bird.
Yes.
If you can eat it within an hour, you get it for free in a
30
t-shirt.
minutes.
Or 30 minutes or something, you know?
That's right.
Like,
I'll call it the Triple X.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
Dude.
So 3 of those. Boom.
Bam. Just
Yeah.
Sorry, we're talking Clucks Nashville because obviously she's part owner there, and we just had that for lunch, so we're just
good.
We're just feeling
really good.
That's
food.
why it's so funny. I'm like, I can't wait to make a post about because the second one's opening. I want to do like a flex.
Are you okay? Are you gonna do the bikini, the full bikini?
No, I was gonna get into like, I literally Ken got me a chicken costume, so I was gonna chicken costume
that's
and flexing.
awesome.
World champion owns, one of the owners of Nashville Hot Chicken.
Well, there might be a Yeti that needs to visit.
Yes,
that would be amazing.
Please, that'd be so fun.
Okay, well, yeah,
we gotta roll that out.
We can't.
Gotta be strategic.
It's a secret still.
Okay.
Secret stuff.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
That's so cool, though. I think, just to try to wrap your head around, and how does this feel for you to be the number one in the entire world? It's not just like, because you're from Canada, but you are Idaho. We're going to call you an Idahoan. Idahoan.
Well, I will become like...
It's Idahoan. I did Idahoanian, but he says it's Idahoan. So you're going to become an Idahoan soon. So this is why you're on this podcast. However, you're from Canada, but you're the number one in the world.
I know.
Not just in Canada, not just in Idaho, the world.
It's weird. I don't even like to like, I don't like to like, I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, it's cool. It's really amazing. But I'm like a little fish in a big sea. That's the way I look at it. You always have to be humble. Like, yes, like
you do not come off as
and I always think too. Like most people would never like it. I'm not like a even Jeremy McGrath. If people are like, who's Jeremy McGrath? Most people wouldn't even know he's a pro motocrosser, right? So I'm a big fish in a little pond. What was that saying?
Little fish in a big pond.
There we go.
Little fish in a big. See, but
I'm not Drake.
You're perfect though. You're perfect though because we love to make up new sayings.
Yes.
Yeah. We always get them wrong, but how cool though was it to meet these other girls from around the world? Like,
I love a lot of them are my friends. It's cool. You've met them, and I like it's super fun, and it's like it's cool because they're the weirdos like you. They're like, oh, how much chicken did you eat today? Or like, did you try this workout? Or it's They're like, oh yeah, you get me. They're like, look at this sparkly dress. Yeah, like
would you get like girls from like countries you wouldn't think of? You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe somebody's representing, I don't know, India today.
Uruguay.
Or somebody's representing, Uruguay. Or Yemen, or South Africa. Well, South Africa's a lot of...
Brazilians, a lot of Brazilians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I think it's going to grow even more. Like, bodybuilding is getting even bigger and stuff. It's still like, it's still kind of underground. It's not like the Olympics and stuff, right? But I feel like more and more once we, You
guys need another Arnold. Somebody like Arnold.
I love him so much.
Because he was such a brand.
Screensaver. He's the best guy in the whole world.
Yeah. But he was such a brand.
Yeah.
Like I knew nothing about, but I knew who Arnold Schwarzenegger was, and that's the only reason I knew about bodybuilding was because of him as a kid.
I love Arnold.
You know,
who was your icon? Or
Arnold.
I mean, Arnold, but like in the physique world, like.
Was there
a girl bikini contest winner that you're just like, man, once I can get to her level, I love
Lauren Simpson, her name is. She's an Australian.
Okay.
Yeah, she's blonde, she's beautiful. She's got just like the perfect bikini body. Big glutes. I like a big glute. Yeah. I'm a big one for butts. Like if you have a nice muscly butt, and that's where you could honestly become so desensitized. It literally is like I see a half naked. I'm half naked on the internet all the time, but it's, to me, it's like, I look at the body. I look at like how they've made it, not like, oh, she only has underwear on. Yeah. You know, I'm like, wow, look at her ab. Like, yeah. Right. You know, so, and other bodybuilders are saying, like, your weird little world, you can, like, I'll have a lot of my guy friends are like huge athletes, and they're like, how's your husband okay with you around these guys? Because it's not like that, right? It's you're professional. So, yeah, and it's not sexualized, you know, like where it's not like, oh, he's in underwear. Like, it's like, no, he's in posing shorts, and, you know. I see all the work and the dedication that's went into that. Yeah. You know.
Well, I roll outside just in my Speedo, just in the front yard.
Banana hammock.
Yeah, you know, just. Oh, there goes Ken again. He's mowing the lawn again.
Damn it, Ken. Yes.
What doors have opened up for you since winning?
I think just the fact of like doing like stuff like this and just like honestly like people I've met along the way just in the last couple months, and you know, being able to go to like different shows and you know, like I said, going to SEMA, like, you know, modeling for certain people, like and you take it as like, okay, you've won this, now it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep building my brand, right? Like, I like to do posing, like that's my big thing. So teaching girls, now I really have a title behind me to be like, look, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. So here, why don't you come train with me? Why don't you come pose with me? So that, you are not just that everyday trainer or everyday, you know,
take it to the next level. Yeah, that's awesome.
So do people have like a separate posing coach, dietitian, and then like?
Usually it's your coach that does your diet and your training, and then you'll have a posing coach. Yeah, because it's 50-50. You can have the best physique in the world, but if you walk on stage and you don't know how to like walk and you don't know how to show, you're not going to do good. So you have to have that.
Which makes sense. Yeah. Because you're showing off the product, right?
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
So if you don't know how, like you're talking about when you turn this way to show,
your
you know.
oblique or whatever.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like the pageant, because we had a pageant, Mandy on, there's different categories. So for the bikini, is it just the bikini every time you come out, or is it
it's a bikini,
come out once
and then you come out in an evening gown as well? Yeah. So there's 2 rounds, right? So you have to like, and the bikinis aren't just like a normal bikini. Bikinis are like $2,000. They're like sparkly, crazy, heavy things that you have to wear.
Wow.
Big heels and armbands, or like, and you can be very creative. Okay. And then the dresses are like, again, next level, like a pageant. You know, big.
Is there a talent show portion?
No, there.
Dang it! There needs to be a talent show portion. Dude, you could do like a little stunt. Yeah, you know, like one of your stunt things or something. Do like a backflip off the. You know.
Ride my dirt bike.
Come across the street.
And then light up some doves.
Yeah.
No, I wish that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
So
I'd win that for sure.
Oh, no doubt. Man. Jump over the crowd.
Yeah.
How much is it to train with you or to hire you as a
posing coach?
Or just do you do the diet? Do you do the training? Do you do?
So I do that. So my cousin and I, it's kind of cool because my cousin started out the same as me. She's me, but with 4 kids. And next level, like she owns. So chicken is our thing in our family. She owns like 6 chicken farms at home.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then she's got her family, and she's a trainer, and she's a dietitian. So she takes that portion, and then I take the posing. So we have like a little, it's called Fit in 6, but we've created these 6-week programs for anybody, men, girls, guys, and we're actually really, it's all online. It's only $39 a month, and you have access to all of our videos, everything that we do, which is fun and cool.
Dude, so is it tailored to someone, or they're pretty much set?
So those ones are set. And then if you want to do tailored stuff, then it's more. Honestly.
Of course. Private coaching is always a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Dude, but $39 a month isn't.
I know.
It's cheap.
Good, right?
And so, I mean, you get the video, the demos on the lifting.
Yeah, and it's full videos of us, like, working out with you. Yeah. Okay. And then we have, like, a private group that we'll check into, like, once a week. And then I do check-ins on girls, like, I'd say anyone that's on the program, like, once every 2 weeks, we'll just check in and see how they're doing and stuff like that. But
got it. Well, it's interesting, and I shared this yesterday, but I told Heidi, too, like, so this has kind of been my like one of my goals is to do a men's physique,
which is so cool.
Which I don't share that very
I love
often
it.
with anyone.
So,
like what
you
she
know
does.
What? Yes,
but like more natural.
So like what my brother did.
Yeah,
like,
but no, I don't want to do like I don't want to. But now I'm like, well, what's my body type? Like
you would
know,
probably be
like,
men's physique would
okay.
be yours, which would be like the board shorts.
Yeah, that's what
that's what my brother did.
That's what I want to do.
You should do. There's a show this weekend here. I saw it at the gym. No, legit. No, you're not doing it. But you go watch it. You should go watch it and see, because it's always good to see it live. You know, I have a lot of people who are like, I want to do it, and I'm like, have you watched it? No. I'm like, well, then why don't you go watch a show, see what you think. But yeah, you do men's physique. So, and I would say you give yourself a good, 8 to 12 months, I would do.
Okay.
So that you're not drastic.
So that would be like my next question is if anyone's listening to this and is kind of thinking along the same lines I'm just thinking, I don't know if I mean, if I got online, like I have background in lifting, I know the gym, I know the muscle groups, but I would think I would want someone kind of like pushing me if it's a heavy day, being like, hey dude, like I want to quit at 4 reps, but I have to do 8. Well, then so you can either do in person, which obviously is going to be more, or you can do the other thing is what we do, and also a lot of other trainers do, is they'll do like your Zoom. Like you'll be here and you'll work out. What? Yeah. Oh, serious.
A lot of people did that in COVID too. Like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and you'd be like, okay, do another one, or pull your back in, hold your abs in, like, so they can see your form and stuff.
Really?
For sure.
I had no idea.
It's amazing what you can do online. Yeah.
So you just your Zoom is up on your app and you're just working out.
Yeah. With them live. I have like clients have done that. Like,
is that right?
Yeah, or they, are the ones that just need you. It depends what you need, right? Like, for me, I personally do not like to work out with anyone. I like to work out by myself. I don't want anybody to talk to me. I have headphones in. And I'm just doing my thing. And you gave me a program, I'll follow it. But I've known now, training people, some people like a buddy. They want to have that, companionship or whatever. They need that push. So you have to know what you are, like what works for you. Because not everyone's the same, right?
Totally.
I would not take the body. I'd be like, get away.
Get
out of here.
That's how I was when I worked out. I mean,
You still do.
I still do. It took me a long time to create this dad bod. It was a lot of work. It was a lot. It just doesn't come free. Like you got to really work hard for this. No, but I know what you mean. Like when I worked out or anything like that, I don't like people. Like I had guys at work that'd be like, "Hey, let's go to the gym."
But
I'm like, "No,
please don't. This is my time.
I don't want to talk to
you.
Yes,
a podcast.
Yeah,
right.
Just like get into my zone.
Exactly.
That's it. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Greg Langhaim is going to be the 2023
Men's Physique.
Yes.
Boise, Idaho.
Yes.
Mr. Idaho.
Sponsored by Go Idaho.
Yes. Boom.
Dude, I'm down, dude. I'll watch. I will be
I'll be your
number one fan.
Yes. Yes.
I'll be. Do you have do like people cheer like?
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh my god, it was so cute this year. Like one of my best friends came, my husband, my parents, and then like I've like other like friends that are in the industry, like their families. But I could see when they pulled top 5 up, they pulled me up last, and I was like, oh okay.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen? I won't spoil it, but have you seen the winning moment with her when she got the?
No, not yet.
It's on her Instagram. It's on her Instagram. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to let people go to the Instagram and watch it.
What's the Instagram? What's the handle?
Yeah,
what's
tell everybody.
Heidi Cannon. Boom boom. Boom boom is my nickname.
Boom boom is your
nickname?
Like
the cannon. Boom. Right.
Yes,
boom boom.
Yes.
Anyway, emotional. But go ahead. Finish.
So they pulled top 5, and then they're like, okay, the next one we'll pull is top 3. And when they pulled the top 3, they pulled the winner from last year. And I was like, if she got pulled top 3, I know I beat number 2.
Oh,
her
serious?
glutes were not there.
Oh, what?
Oh, because you're like, they're not going to give it back to her again 2 years in a row.
No, they would. No, sometimes they do, absolutely.
Oh,
okay.
But I was like, if I beat her, then okay, I got this. And then I was like, oh shit, they did it.
No
okay,
way.
so I started to shake. And then they're like, Heidi Cannon. And then I could see my dad and Travis, because he's 6'7", big arms go up. They're like, ah! And like my girlfriend's screaming so loud. And I was like, oh,
that's
I'm dead. Kill me. I'm fine.
She lost it.
Yeah.
She lost it. It was a cool moment, though.
Yeah, it was so. I got to get the video. I still have to get the video, but yes.
Okay, so you don't have to say a certain amount, but these people who win world or these national, is there good money? Like, do people?
There is, but I mean, it's not like it's not it's $1 million. Yeah, I'm retired. Right? Did you know? No,
it's just for fun, I wish. Right?
Yeah, no.
All right, I'm eating broccoli tomorrow. Yeah. Let's go.
Get into it. No, it's good. It's more like, again, you do win money for sure, but you it's more like the biggest thing I think that I can say to anybody is that it's what you take from it. It's kind of like the Olympics, right? Like there's just certain pros that are just like killing it, and the other ones are just meh, you know. It's how you go about taking now your title and your brand, and then what you're gonna do with it.
Yeah.
Because there's girls that have won and literally done nothing. So depends on what you want out of it, right?
Okay, so you won, and then did they whisk you off and be like, okay, you gotta go to Disney World, you gotta, what do you have to?
So
is there any
Everyone
requirements?
That. No,
like, nothing.
It's just for you to like stay in shape. I know. I wish there was. Like there was. Like you're gonna go to Disney World and do this.
Have a parade or something.
No, I don't.
Well, the
beavers
Miss Bikini,
come out at home.
Let's take you to Disney
Canada,
World.
Let's
Miss Bikini World. We're gonna take you to Disney World and have you walk around in the bikini.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just seems like I have no idea.
I've had so many people have asked me that too, and it's
there should be something though.
There should be, yeah. And also there's a bunch of there's not a bunch of federations. So there's mine, IFBB is another big one, and then WNBF or whatever. But none of those, we're not that cool yet. I guess it is. Like,
what about like magazine covers and stuff, like the weightlifting magazines and all that stuff?
Okay,
like, hey, she's the title holder.
Oh yeah, no, I've got that. Like I've been on Women's Health. I've been on Oxygen. Absolutely. But
those are big ones.
Very big.
Huge. Those are like in every. They're like in Albertsons.
Well, that's my like on there. That with the Women's Health one was like my goal. I've always wanted it, and I got that.
That's huge.
But was
that photo shoot just so crazy? Like, did they fly you out?
No, I didn't even know that I was getting it. No, I did a shoot in Vegas, and then
with
a photographer.
Okay.
And then you submit. He submitted all my photos, and they loved me, and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll put her on the cover.
So you didn't even know you were going to be on the cover?
No, until they contacted me.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Like, and the shoot was in like September, and they put me on the cover in like December. And then they asked me, they were like, okay, like, we're doing Women's Health, or which country do you want? And I was like, what? So I could pick the country even. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I picked Australia.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's cool. So like Women's Health Australia.
You kind of threw it just back in their face. I kind of is that
I don't know.
For all those girls that were competing from Australia, boom, look who's on the cover.
No, I liked Australia. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of cool, but yeah.
Okay,
but now magazines are what I'm getting at is a lot of now we know digital's taking over.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So the whole thing of like, I don't know. It's still amazing to get a magazine cover, but if you ask people like, how many magazines when's the last time you bought a magazine? Do you even know?
I don't.
See? Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like now things are different. It's evolving into something else, right? Just like anything, but magazines are they're dying, right?
Yeah. No.
It's kind of sad. But it's true.
Okay, so when you're not training and you're not running one of the best chicken restaurants here in Idaho, that was so good today.
I'm so happy you love it.
What do you and your hubs do? I mean, are you guys always active and always at the gym, or is there downtime where you guys are just like, let's just hang out and just veg?
No, it's like I'm like full on all the time. People are like, how do you have this much energy? I'm like, I just do. I'm blessed with it. I golf. I love golf.
Okay.
I love motorcycles and golf and anything that takes me from 0 to 100 and dance. Those are like I love just to be active. Like I love that Boise is gonna have a Top Golf. I can't wait for that.
Wait, did you do a video in a Top Golf?
Oh, 100%. So mine went viral.
Okay,
There's one video that went viral.
How did that even? What did you do and how did that go?
I was just in a very short dress and heels in Vegas. There's one video and it has over 1 million views on it, and it was good.
And just cranked it.
Just I have a nice swing apparently. So I love it. So
you guys and your husband just has to keep up with you, or is he pretty just like 0 to 100 as well?
No, he's not. No, he is not. No, he rides his motorcycle and he loves golfing too. Yeah. But he's definitely more chill than I am. He's always like, just stop. I'm like, I can't. I love it.
But it works.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
We're in I am not a movie buff. I'm not a TV person. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But he was a motocross star.
Yeah, he was a local pro back in the day. He was a star.
He's a pro. He's a local. That counts.
Yeah, I know.
Why you got to downplay him just because you're Miss World?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Mr. Cannon, if you're listening to this.
Mr. Cannon, Nanaimo champion, 2003, I think it was, or something. Yeah.
Wow, she's just throwing shade.
Yeah, just throwing shade at him. Yeah. Way back.
That's awesome.
All right, so you're in Idaho, and people want to train with you. You recommend just go to the website, kind of check things out, go to a show, follow you. Do you post tips or is it just more like your lifestyle?
I do both. Okay. Like I've got my Mrs. I have Mrs. Cannon's Kitchen, which is my other brand of so I'm like healthy recipes.
Oh, cool.
All my product lines. So I have protein balls, pancakes. So that's on my Instagram. And then I've got Fit in 6, which is our 6-week programs, our fitness. And then mine, which is like the me.
Yeah.
Posing, everything else, right?
Cool.
And Clucks now. I just got too much on there.
Man.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. What is the website for to work with you as a coach? Yeah, to train.
Yeah. So just Fit in 6. .ca.
Okay.
Easy, right?
Where else besides the Instagram handles that you just talked about and the website can they get? Is there like a number to call, or is it all just through the website?
All the website stuff. Okay. Yeah, because everything's I'm gonna put my phone number on there. Oh God.
No. Yeah. Well, sometimes people have like their like a business phone number, or something like that. So I just didn't know if you had anything like that.
Or email. Email, obviously website email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and then do you do an assessment with someone before they? Because we're sitting across the table and you're like, Greg, it's going to take you 8 months to 12 months to get the body ready. But
I say that only in the fact that you would never, you would hate life if I was like, okay, Greg, we're going to get you on stage in 4 months. You'd be living there and you'd be eating nothing. You know what I mean? It just depends. You want to do it properly too. Mm-hmm. You don't want to go from 0 to hero, or you'll just burn out, right? So, so is there some sort of assessment done before, or you could just buy the course and just jump right into it? And no, so I would do, if you were wanting to do a show, then absolutely you would not do just a program. You would you would do one-on-one, or we would go over okay, I'm going to send you your diet, I'm going to send you your workout plan. Gotcha. Now you're going to go on this, and then closer to the show, your workouts and your meals will change, right? It'll get less or more depending on where you're at.
So that was that if I just wanted a personal trainer with you, the Fit in 6, if I want to take it up, then we have a sidebar combo. I reach out to you and say, hey, I'm trying to train for this.
Yeah, we do a Zoom and be okay, here's the deal.
Okay.
And I always there's no rush for it. You can be any age and do this.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. I saw a lady online, she was I don't know, I think she was 91 or something. She was doing a show, and I was like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
But that's the kind of stuff, so there's always going to be that stage. So it's not I think people have this I'm going to turn 40 and I need to have this done by this age. And it's well, no, if you're doing it properly, because you always want to too, if you don't do it properly and reverse diet, that's another whole topic, then you're just going to whack up your metabolism. And because a lot of people just think, okay, I did the show, I'm down to these pounds. Oh, yeah. My body's used to eating only this, and then you go back and you start eating clucks, and we start eating all this food. We're just going to go bloop, and we're going to blow up like a balloon, because we're only used to eating so much, right?
Yeah.
So so you have to keep on that diet for another 12 weeks after and reverse properly.
Whoa.
Slowly in taking
I can see how it could actually be dangerous.
Yes.
Not but I'm sure somebody could die. But I mean, if you're going from eating that healthy, and all of a sudden you're just throwing junk in your body. It's like that guy that did the McDonald's diet, whatever.
Supersize Me.
Yeah, Supersize Me. That have you seen? Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah,
he started having medical problems within 15, 20 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that somebody who was in fitness is just going to go bonkers and eat McDonald's every day.
Well, you can have I still have after the show, I went and had a huge pizza and I drank beer, but you're just I give myself 2 days of eating whatever the hell I want, and then I go back on that diet and I stay on that diet for a good 6 to 7 weeks at least to slowly increase those calories back, or else you will, all that hard work will just be whoop, it's gone out the door, and then your metabolism is screwed.
So we're talking like next level. I mean, you're the world champ. Someone who's just like, oh my gosh, it's so easy because she's always been so active, but like, look, I'm way overweight. I want to get started, but where do I even go, or how do I even start? Like, just getting healthier.
Yeah, so that's where I always say, like, again, when you said Weight Watchers, I think it's actually quite good. Like, a lot of people shame it and they're like, oh, they make you pay for this, but it's kind of keeping that person accountable and learning just like what is going in your body, because you can't train a bad diet out. I've been going to the gym every day here. I love it. Mecca, represent, love that place. But I've been having donuts with you. I had clubs every day, which is, I love it. Like, our food's the best, so but like good. You can't eat that every single day. It's not good to eat that kind of food every day. So, and I've stayed the same. Even though if I were like at home doing the workouts that I was, I'd be like, ooh, getting a little bit leaner. But because I'm not watching what I'm eating, I'm just kind of eating whatever. Yeah. It's just kind of nil, or it'll go the opposite. So, yeah, it's just so important to know what you're eating.
How important are hormone levels? Like, for women who are maybe at an age where menopause sets in, or for men who have low T or
testosterone. Yeah, that's like, where I always say, like, go to your naturopath or go to your doctor and get those tested to see, because then you can top them up. Because a lot of men, as soon as you hit 40, your test levels go down, and women are the opposite. Our estrogen goes through the roof. So then you get that extra fat in weird places, and you're like, oh, what happened? Right? Yeah. And like, but it goes like, it's just when we get older, like, I can't eat, like, I used to live on McDonald's when I was 20 years old, and I would never gain a pound, right? I'd do like one run a week and I'd be like, I'm active. And it's like, no, you're not. Where now I'm like, I have to do 10 times more. Yeah. And if I look at a burger, I'm like, well, that's going to go right to the butt, So it's like, I think once people get that in their head that, like, you can't do what you did even 5 years ago, you have to adapt. Life, you have to keep adapting. Because what worked for you 10 years ago on that diet isn't going to necessarily work for you now. Yeah. Right?
Just these questions just keep popping in my head. I just don't. I wish I had 10 hours with you, but
it sounds like you need a private consult.
I think I'm going that direction. I'm like, gosh, no, like,
because I feel like I could just walk out of the room right now and you guys just like throw the money down, pay for the training session, and let's get this started.
Let's go to the Mecca.
Let's get Greg started.
Yeah, no, I'm just so curious. Wants to do it,
you can see it.
I think we need to do this. Like, so when I live here full time, Boise, Idaho, I can't wait to live here full time. I will train you in the gym, like in the Mecca. That'd be cool. But that's even before that, you're gonna get on. I'm like, you're gonna get on. I'm gonna make you get on, like, some program. And
all right, I'm committing right now, here on the podcast.
Whoa!
Okay. So when I say it's a year, literally a year, which would be very obtainable and very good, and not mentally too much. Yeah. So you could go on stage. This time next year.
All right. Final question I have. Because I would be intimidated because I've never done this before. What's the atmosphere like?
Backstage?
Like, are they cool? Or are they just like, he's a newbie? Like,
no, so, because, like, for our shows, right, like, as an amateur, you couldn't go and compete against me. You have to win those shows. No. So you'll be doing an amateur show. So I'd say 50% of people at least are totally new, and they all feel the same way. Oh, they're scared. They don't know what's going on. Everyone else feels that way too, right? And then there's the amateurs that maybe it's their second or third show that they haven't won a title yet. So then they kind of know what's going on, but they're still, like, pretty good, I'd say. I wouldn't say there's a lot of, like, obviously there's going to be, like, judgy judgers here and there, but you'd be fine.
So
make some buddies.
Yeah.
Can I, when this happens, can I be the one that sprays the orange spray tan?
No, absolutely not.
What? I'm not gonna paint it on or anything.
I just gotta get, like, buck naked.
I want someone like.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Spraying it.
Yeah, I'll do the top of your neck. That's it, dude. Yeah. I'll let your wife handle that then.
There we go.
Yeah, that'd be honestly. Yeah. That's a goal,
gosh,
man.
She would be awesome at that.
But it's a goal for like a year. That's a good obtainable
goal. We could do
that.
Your wife would be awesome at putting orange spray paint on you.
Sure. Why not? I don't know.
That's such a weird comment.
I don't know if she'd be awesome at it, but it'd be awesome just to have her the support, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool though, dude.
Yeah, it's good having support. I will say one thing though that I have a very much. You find out who your friends. It's like the old saying: when you get married, you find out who your friends are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you do a show, let me tell you, you are gonna have people that will get out of there. They will not support you. They will not be into it.
Why? Because they feel that it's weird?
I find that it's like when you show up and you have your little meals and they're drinking a beer or they're eating whatever. It's like it's a reflection of themselves a lot, right? So they start to feel bad about, well, why are you doing that? Oh, that's stupid. Like I lost a lot of friends at the beginning. You
won't lose me. I'll happily eat your portion of the nachos for you.
Yes.
I'll be happy to do that for you.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. I will be like, no, Greg, don't eat that. Put it on my plate.
Put it on me. It's not mine.
That's right. I'll be there for you.
No, this has been so cool. So cool to have you in.
Yeah, I love
to do
it.
this,
Thank
talk
you
this. I mean,
yeah.
Who would have thought, right?
I mean, we just talked to the world.
That's so random.
Champion. The world. WBFF.
Pro. Bikini
champion.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's crazy. Well, it was awesome. It was
I love
awesome.
You guys. You're so fun.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to live here, be here.
And if you haven't, if you're listening to this podcast and you want to hear more of Heidi, we actually have her on another podcast where she's talking about her business, Cluck's Nashville Hot Chicken, where she is a co-owner with family members. It's amazing food, by the way. And so she's discussing that business here in the Boise area. Yeah. And so if you want to hear more of Heidi, go listen to that episode now. Or watch it on YouTube.
Right now.
Yeah, go do it right now. Thank you.
Subscribe.
Yeah, there we go. We should just
subscribe.
Tell them again. Say, do it right now.
Do it right now.
See?
Do it.
Heidi told you, do it. All right.
There we go.
All right. That wraps it up.
Love it.